What's going on, everyone? It's Triple Chads here, again with another video. UIMs now have the ability to store a ton of different food, and it's actually game-changing. And I'm going to show you how. It's all because of this update. In this update, players are now allowed to fish directly from their boats. Prior to this update, the only fishing you could do with your boat was trawling. This requires a high sailing level, fishing level, and the correct facilities on your boat. Not only that, but the fish you can get from trawling are pretty limited as well. This most recent update has had some unintended side effects that greatly buff UIMs. The best part about this update is that you don't even need a high sailing level to take advantage of this. Even the basic cargo hold on a raft lets you store 20 cooked fish. Even the fishing level isn't a hard requirement if you manage to get some from a drop or buy some from a shop. So here's the new update in action. I went and bought a brand new raft just to show it off. Inside the cargo hold, it can store up to 20 different fish, cooked or raw. This is just the level 1 sailing raft though. Depending on the size of your boat and the level of your cargo hold, you can store much more. And one more huge change from this update. The list of storable items has been increased as well. The most interesting ones are the fishing supplies. All of your rods and bait can now be stored in the cargo hold. Alright, and I want to move on and show you my setup for Anglerfish. Obviously, I'm already maxed, but the only hard requirements for this are 82 fishing, 84 cooking, and at least a skiff. If you already have a skiff, then you should also have the required 15 sailing to dock at Port Piscarilius. Starting at the Book of the Dead teleport, I'm going to run up to the Sandworm shop with some cash. Here, I'm going to buy some worms and the rod as well. The amount of worms you'll need will depend on how big your cargo holds are. I'm just going to grab about 100, but if you have any spare, you can also store that in the cargo hold. And after this, we will go to the docks. You can recover your boat here with the shipwright if you need to. Okay, so once we get into our ship, it's a very short trip to the angler spot. From the port, travel northeast. It shouldn't take more than 30 seconds to travel to the location. As you can see, there are already a lot of other players doing this as well. Once we get into position, you can just click the spot and fish like normal. One more thing that I forgot to mention is that these spots never move, so you only need to click whenever your inventory fills up. And when that happens, you can simply store them in the cargo hold and go back to fishing. Also, you can build a cooking range on your boat and just cook them immediately after you catch them. Personally, I didn't really have much room on either of my big ships anymore and didn't really want to go out of the way to make it, so I bought a brand new boat just for cooking purposes. It's pretty easy. I have my other ships parked at the exact same spot, so I'll just hop onto those, grab the raw ones out, cook them, and then hop back and deposit them. Until this update, the best food source in the game was potatoes with cheese from the Warriors Guild. The stats required to get into the Warriors Guild aren't that difficult, but the bigger issue is traveling to the Warriors Guild. The Strength Cape teleport requires 99 strength, obviously, and the ornate jewelry box also has a high construction requirement. So far, the best dock that I've found for this is the one located in Alderaan. You can recover your ship here, and it's also very close to a house portal. However, docking in Alderaan does require 46 sailing. In addition to that, it also does require 35 construction. If you've got the requirements, then I'd definitely recommend parking a ship here and moving your house if you plan on utilizing this method. If you're still pretty new on your Ultimate Ironman journey, then I believe that Remington is the next best option. The house portal here has no construction level requirement, and it's only level 18 sailing to dock at Remington. This could easily be utilized early to save up all of your fish for questing, training, or whatever else you may need. I wanted to show you one more thing just to be 100% certain. Here I am intentionally losing my raft at sea. Now, once we go back to the Pandemonium, for a small fee, I can recover the raft. And finally, I'm going to hop back onto the raft. As you can see here, my cargo hold is safe, and all of my food is still here. So the two main things that this really opens up are the Karambwans and the Anglerfish. I already showed you the Anglerfish. I'm not going to show you the Karambwans, but they are very popular amongst Ironmen. They're basically impractical though on ultimates. Regular irons can obviously just bank them, no problem. But if an ultimate wants to use them, then they would need to get a fishing vessel, get the bait, then finally go fish the Karambwans. In addition to that, Typically, Karambwans are used in combination with other foods, so it would be a pretty big detour just for a few Karambwans. UIM can't just note things at the bank either, so until now, they've basically been dead content. But with all that being said, I truly believe that the ultimates that can take advantage of this the most are the ones that are still in the early game. And for us endgame UIMs, it's still a convenient upgrade. If you enjoyed this video, you'll probably like my progress series where I utilize tons of niche tricks like this one on my endgame Ultimate Ironman. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like, comment, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.